Hi, welcome to your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is for anyone who is drawn to participate. This message is for you. So, yeah, no need. There's no opportunity here in this reading to ask specific personal questions. If you'll know the message is for you because you were drawn to listen to it, and if you miss part of it, that's okay because you can always go back and rewatch it from the beginning. I usually cover astrology in the first 6 to 9 minutes, and then the reading starts. So if you want to get right to the reading, you know that. Hey, Michelle, what's up? So thank you so much for jumping on. Today is a very good day. It's Tuesday. The moon is securely in Gemini. I'm reading from Llewellyn's Witch's Date Book. The cleansing energy of white brings clarity and illumination, and the color of the day is white. Pretty simple day, but that's okay because we had a pretty crazy ass weekend and we have some shifts and changes happening. We have some changes happening on Wednesday where the moon will change into Cancer, and that could become problematic for certain signs. So, especially Libra and Taurus, because Venus will be square that moon, and that moon is conjunct Lilith. So, it can just deal with some emotional things that we have, baggage that we've carried, things that we don't feel good about ourselves about, stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, hey guys, what's up? It's nice to see you. Let's check the charts. So Venus is in Aries, not happy there. And she's just gotten there. So she's just kind of adjusting. So it can be a little bit of a tough, rough period for Taurus and for Libra right now. Irritable, uncomfortable, super horny, and you don't know what to do with it. Like that, those kind of energies, like frustrated is all I can say. Mars is in Pisces. He's not happy there, but he's been there for a while. So he sort of contented himself to the path through. He's right in the middle of Pisces now, so he's in the thick of it. There's a sextile between Jupiter and Pluto, which is, and if it's a fantastic sextile. We can get anything done. There is nothing that we can't find a solution to. There is nothing that I can't understand or know or comprehend. And in this climate, there is nothing that I can't communicate people to help them understand. This is a fantastic time for communications. Mercury is happy in Gemini, and the sun and Uranus have just started to conjunct. They're within 1 degree of each other. Tomorrow or late tonight, they will be in perfect degrees of each other. And ultimately, that goes through Thursday too, just 1 degree apart. The conjunction isn't over then you have like 2 degrees and stuff. But this is like the main tide that's starting now of the Uranus conjunct the sun, or the sun conjunct Uranus. So what does that mean? Well, it means we want to change. It means we're ready to change. It means we're ready to make decisions about changes in our lives. But what I want to point out to you, because I was on the phone with a friend this morning, and it was really important that I point this out. Change is not an event. An event doesn't change anything. Change is what comes after the event. So if you talk about tarot, you think about tarot, think of the Tower card, okay? The Tower card is the event. It's the catalyst, if you will. But that's not the change. Oh yeah, things look different when an asteroid hits and there's a big hole where your town used to be. That is technically a change, but honestly, the change is really what comes after, because change is longer term and more permanent. So whatever catalyzed you to move in a new direction, that was the event. That was the catalyst. The change actually comes in the chemical reaction that is legitimately breaking down the components of all chemicals involved and moving toward a new chemical component entirely. This is like alchemical or even chemistry. This is a sense of we're taking elements that were before a catastrophe happens or an event happens, and it catalyzes what used to be coming apart and having to restructure itself. And it will never restructure the same way again. So when you think, oh, this big change has happened in my life, maybe you've lost a loved one. I hope that doesn't happen to anybody here. Or maybe, you've lost a job, or I don't know, maybe you've won the lottery. This is a huge event, but that's not the change. That's the catalyst for the change to really start now going through a process that will take your bits and pieces apart and build them up in a different way. That's a change. And so there's the cocoon phase in every change. And what do I mean in this metaphor about the cocoon phase? I mean, it's the phase where it seems like nothing is happening. It's the phase where it's fucking boring from the outside. Only internally do you know that the deconstruction is coming apart. There's actually a lot going on. But on the surface, it wouldn't look like that. It would feel, in other words, after a huge event, especially after a huge event, if there's a catastrophic event or if there's an exciting event, like a wedding, this is like a wedding. It's like, oh, my life is going to change. I'm going to have a wedding. No, your life is going to change because you're getting married. Weddings are just events. And that's why I tell a lot of people, do you want to have a wedding, which is just a very expensive party, or do you want to have a marriage? The marriage is where you're going to change. The marriage is where it's not going to be just about you anymore. It's going to be you and your partner becoming one. And you don't become one when you read those vows or have that party. You become one in the day-to-day commitment to learning how to be entwined with somebody else, as well as then going on and producing children with them, adopting children, whatever it is. So ultimately, you have just catalyzed the change. The marriage or the boring part is the actual change itself. That's where the change is actually happening, so that you are a different person when you reach your grave than you used to be before you started that change in your life. The problem is people don't see it that way. They see change as, oh, the asteroid hits. Oh, I won the $6 million lotto. That's not the change. That's the event. The change itself is that slow process that follows the catalyst. That's where the chemistry is actually changing. So understand that right now with the Sun conjunct Uranus, that's the event. And that's when surprises are going to happen that catalyze change in us. Will we be changed immediately? No. And that's the big problem. Like grief, very difficult chemical process. Why? Because the catalyst can happen real quickly. And then you're forced to go through this change that you didn't even choose because so much of you is still attached to where you would have wanted to be before you had to go into grief. Very difficult process, but that's the grief. And the challenge is letting go of what was and allowing yourself to become somebody that no longer has that person in your life. And that is really difficult change because you did not want to have that person in your life. So a lot of people are still clinging to, but now grief isn't just someone died. I lost a marriage. I lost a lover, right? I lost a friend. I lost a job. Whatever you've been forced into, the real struggle with it is, but I still want to be a caterpillar. But the cocoon is sucking you in. You can't resist it, right? You can't resist it because something catalyzed it and now you don't have a choice. So one thing that makes change very difficult for us is perceiving ourselves as always the way that we were and not realizing that we're not going to be that anymore. And it's also scary because we don't know what's on the other side of the cocoon. We don't know. We know where we have to go through it, but we don't know what's going to come out of that. So it's a scary process. Change is scary, it's painful, and it's long term. It's not in a day. The event doesn't catalyze. This is the catalyst, my friends. This is the catalyst. This next 3 days are the catalyst of change. It is not change itself. This is what begins. And then I talk about this a lot of times in the spiritual community. You're walking through a portal. You're walking through a portal. You're going to walk through a fucking portal, and then you're going to touch, I don't know, maybe the grass will initially look greener. Maybe the birds will chirp louder because it's new. Everything new, well, not everything. Sometimes new looks horrible, right? Like with grief that we didn't want to have. Sometimes it looks fucking horrible. Whatever it is, it's big, and there's an element of shock to it, right? Shock or excitement. So that's also big. But when you start walking through the portal and now you're in that fucking world, it's going to be the same old every fucking time. It's you changing that really makes the difference. The change happens on the pathway or the journey. It doesn't happen in the catalyst. The catalyst just makes it impossible for you to stay the same, right? It blocks the way backward. You can't be what you used to be anymore. That's all it does. The change is a long-term process. So I was talking to my friend and she was like, "Oh, my life changed a lot." No, your life didn't change a lot. Your life is changing a lot. You are going through the change now. You went through the catalyst. The catalyst is nothing compared to the journey of the change itself. Change is a day by day process. It's a slow, like in the cocoon, it's a slow breakdown of what you used to be. You got to let what you used to be go. If all you're looking is back and all you want is the same, then you're not changing. And basically, you're kind of dying. Because if you stay where that asteroid hits, there's nothing left for you. There's just destruction. You got to move on. You got to get through this. Like that's the change. It's the journey that changes you. Staying in one place, you'll die. You're done. Your life is nothing. It's the journey that changes you. The catalyst was just what pushes you to change. So I wanted to get that straight because the sun conjunct Uranus is huge change. It's dynamic change. And yeah, there will be surprises that come out. And these surprises are catalysts. They're not everything's going to change in a day. No, something is going to catalyze in a day and make you not be able to go back. The change happens on the journey. So this is what we can definitely expect. The wonderful thing about Sun conjunct Uranus is we want the change. We're asking for the catalyst. It's almost like we've been asking this whole time, God, help me. Which direction do I go? Well, God will send the catalyst over the next couple of days to make it clear which direction you're going to go. You still have to go that direction. You still have to walk that path. This is not everything fucking done for you. It's not how the 3D works. It's not. And when people say my life changed in a day, all they mean is there was a catastrophic event that meant their life could never be the same as it was. But that's actually the day when they had to start putting the pieces together again. It's actually 10 years later that they've changed. The catastrophic event or the big event or the exciting event was just what said no more of the same old shit. Now you have to figure it out differently. So that's kind of what we can expect, almost because we want it. We're asking for it. We're looking for it. So we might become more aware of this catalyst type of behavior in our life, something clicking, something simple that we would have missed before. It may not be an asteroid striking the ground in front of us. It may be something as subtle as communications are really clear right now. Hearing something, realizing something in those communications, realizing something, and then oh my God, now I know which direction to go, but you still got to go. like you still got to go. There's no other way for me to express it or explain it. You still got to go. You still got to go. So much for protection. I was trying to put this on and it fell apart. All right. Well, anyway, so I hope you guys understand what I mean by that, what I meant by that, what I'm saying when I say these things, because it's really important in this energy, because this energy, there is a lot to do with change right now, but it's like the opportunity to know the change, to see the change, to understand the change. That is what is happening now. The change will then come. So don't expect, oh, my life is totally different. No, you got to get up and move. Or else you become like the character from Great Expectations, Miss Havisham, who just sat in her fucking house in her wedding dress, surrounded by like all the shit that she was supposed to celebrate, and it never happened. And she never moved on. And ultimately, she's done. She's been done for years. She's a ghost with a body. That's all she really is. That's all she really is. And the only thing she can breed is corrosion, which is, if you read the story of Great Expectations, that's what it was. She encourages people to, somebody, a innocent girl, to be spiteful for her, get my revenge for me. But bitch, the best revenge is to move the fuck on, get the fuck out of your house and live your life in a different way. I'm telling you right now, the only thing that happens when you refuse to change, especially when you're given no other choice, somebody leaving you at the altar is giving you no choice. Change, do something. But really what you come to is death if you decide to not. You just death, corrosion, and then you start to infect other people because, you're like rats in a house. So ultimately, that's what I'm saying. There is change here that is coming. There are surprises that are about you, all around you, and you can expect. I mean, you can't expect the surprises because then they wouldn't be surprises. But yeah, this is that surprising time where you will notice things, you will see things, you will hear things, have conversations. This was big in the Sagittarius reading this today. That essentially, kind of like make you bam realize something. So that's what is going on in this energy now. Information that comes out, because remember, Mercury is still trine Pluto. There is fucking information that's coming out. It's being dug up. Something that you didn't realize before will be realized. It will be factualized. It will be intellectualized. It will be discovered. It will be found out. So this could catalyze a major change. That could be global and ultimately in your life too. So let's move on. I just wanted to go through that and review that. Always good to see you guys too. Don't know why the buffering is so intense. Sorry about that, guys. I've been a cocoon for 5 years, and then okay, there you go. She's hey Jill, and then hey Sarah, hey Sha. Good afternoon. Take it. I'm the only one buffering like a while. I don't know. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I guess buffering. Yeah. Oh wow, I didn't even know they had a buffering emoji. That's so cool. I feel like I'm being targeted. No, and that is a good thing to watch out for. Like if something as simple as my computer is buffering is making you feel targeted, then something's really making you unhappy in your life, because it's not personal when internet doesn't work, right? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not at all, but it is a clue inside your psyche right now. So I would spend some time with that feeling of, why do I feel like I'm being attacked like crazy? Or why do I feel like I'm being singled out? Because really the other way to look at it is, oh, this freaking computer, I guess I just have to wait, or whatever, right? Or it doesn't even mean the message isn't for you, really. It just means you have to wait. That's all it means. That really sometimes a banana is just a banana, right? Which means that there's just maybe it just takes time, or maybe you're meant to hear this in a couple of hours. I don't know. But I think sometimes a banana is just a banana. But the mindset and the reaction to the mindset tells you a lot about what's going on emotionally. It tells you more about you than it tells you about the situation. Like how you react to a situation tells you more about what's going on internally than it does about what's going on externally. If you've ever noticed that, But thanks for bringing that up. Hey, Odile. Hey, Paige. Thank you, Shy. Appreciate it. Hey, Kay. Paige, I don't know what you were expecting when you got on here, sweetheart, but I'm not answering questions today. This is a general reading that should answer your question for you, but I'm not pulling cards for people now. Hey, Gina, I'm not pulling cards for people now. FYI, I don't pull cards on the general daily tarots. The daily tarot readings are general readings, and you have to listen to the general reading, and that could actually answer your questions for you. You're called here for a reason. But if you popped on to get a personal reading, you popped on to the wrong page. Those chats are things that I have on Born Without Boundaries Fridays and Saturdays. I have one for the general public, and then I have 2 more for members. So if you want more of these, then you join one of the memberships. Either Harmony or Unbound gets access to everything. FYI. That's what I mean. Like generally, like what would be the some advice that is what. Oh, okay. Well, I understand, but I also wouldn't be answering those specific questions either. Like this isn't a counseling session either. Like, what do you think I should do? Those would be questions either for a personal reading, or those would be questions that are going to be answered in the reading itself once I start pulling cards. So let's see. Let's go to the cards. This is a great time. Oh God, what do we need to know? What do we need to know? We have Aries, the Emperor. So this is about taking action. Taking action. That's all we know so far. This is energy, pure and simple. Pure energy, forward motion, progress. Maybe you're in a fighting mood. Could be a warrior type of energy, divine masculine energy. Let's keep going. Also a catalyst, right? This is something new, an interest. Princess of Wands is the Page of Wands. So it's a new interest. So it could be saying that the catalyst is all of a sudden it's coming in the form of being interested in something new, which it very well could with Mercury, Pluto. All of a sudden I'm interested in something new, right? Or the Sun conjunct Uranus is I'm interested in something new. Suddenly I'm curious about something new. So a new interest. Okay, right? And then we have 8 of Wands. Things start to speed up really quickly. New interest, new passion, wanting to get into it really quickly. Something that you rushed into, or that we will be rushing into, or that we want to rush into. We'll keep seeing it. Let's see. It's definitely this energy. There's a lot of fire here. So it's like, I want to take action now. I want it to happen now. Remember, only the catalyst happens now. The change happens slowly, whether you like it or not. Though the 8 of Wands means that this change could happen relatively quickly too. It could be like your road on the bullet train type of thing. That could be your road on a rocket ship. That could be it too. We have a new judgment. Okay, so there's a new interest or a new passion or a new opportunity that's coming in really quickly. And this is dictated by the divine, a sense of a judgment being made, a really swift, clear, quick judgment being made by the moon. So here we are, maybe in the dark, something hidden, something that we don't know, decisions, changes happening really quickly, something happening really quickly in the dark or hidden beneath the surface. This would be that like the umbrella, right, toward everybody. The moon card here, the moon upright is not deception. The moon upright is use your psychic abilities to understand the truth, because it's not going to be in word form. You might perceive this only in your intuition, not your emotions, in your intuition. Also could be emotional, but the moon is usually psychic. Princess of Pentacles is here. We have planting new seeds, starting something new, a new beginning. Okay, what is this new beginning? Seven of Cups having to do with maybe drinking too much, maybe drinking too much, overindulging, getting distracted or being distracted, being confused. Sometimes it's just having too many options, but it's definitely a sense of doing something that's keeping you stuck instead of helping you move forward, confused about your feelings. And then we have Seven of Pentacles. We have 2 sevens in a row. Seven is definitely something is alchemically coming into the now, the 3D. So it's coming from emotion. Seven of Pentacles. You've been going around in circles, right? You've been trying something and it's just not working. Like it doesn't necessarily mean it's dead yet or it's over, but it means you've been going around and around in circles and it's not changing. Probably because there's some sort of illusion here. And that could be that there's some sort of illusion. What is the illusion? 2 of Pentacles, something about money. We might think money's coming in or want money to change or be acting like we have more money than we do. But there's some sort of financial change here that, I don't know, something changing for finances. 5 of Swords that will not work out. So there's definitely a sense of we thought it started out real quick. Something here started out real quick, real fast, came in hot, bam. But now it's like, yeah, it's not changing our life the way that we expected it. Like, yeah, I think we had there's some sort of delusion here, right? That's from when you go to the moon to the 7 of Pentacles, there's some sort of delusion. It's just not working out because it's just not real. There's not a reality to it. 5 of Swords is there's just been a lot of stuff, maybe conversations going on behind your back that are saying no. And then we have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant is all about industry. It's all about tradition. It's all about whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's all about Taurus. This is it's all about Taurus season. Taurus right now. And then we have King of Cups. So this is almost like somebody who cares enough coming to the rescue, loving enough, showing love, love showing up. So really interesting energy, to be honest with you. What's really interesting about this reading for me is I feel a hard break here, like a sense of let it go, just let it go. Defeat. It's done. It's over. Clearly, things have shifted. 5 is the energy of change. Clearly, things have shifted. There's criticism. There's, I don't know, like a lot of people attacking you at the same time. Like it's done, be done, it's over with. And then we have the Hierophant, Taurus, and the King of Cups. This could be a Taurus showing emotion towards you, or just Taurus season itself. Industry, hold on. I just got this too. This could be marriage to a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All of a sudden, marriage. Something is going on beneath the surface or behind your back. It's not being discussed with you. And it was happening really quickly. Whatever this is was happening really fucking quickly. And it seemed to go really rapid fire, but then things went down low. Things went hidden. Things went dark. Right. And I think you didn't know what was happening. And every attempt that you made got no answer, got no response. And you're sitting here, 2 of Pentacles, just trying to juggle what you have, thinking that everything was going to be okay. It didn't feel like it is. And there's a sense of like news comes in, communication comes in, or every kind of communication you try to send out isn't responded to. This is change. This is a sense of time to change. Okay. But what is this 5 of Swords? Can you clarify, please? What is this Five of Swords? Please clarify. What is this Five of Swords? Please clarify. Okay. I'm trying to clarify this Five of Swords, and all it came out was we have Queen of Wands, so something you're really attracted to. Five of Cups. It's like you didn't like that you got it, and Six of Pentacles, an offer or an opportunity is coming in. I see. Okay. Long story short, or no, short story long. I just lost it. Shit. Hold on. It didn't happen in the way that you wanted it to, but it's still going to happen. And that's the unexpected. The way that you wanted it to happen, the way that you wanted this situation to happen, the activity, the fire, the way that you thought it was supposed to look, it's not happening that way. That's not what's going to happen. And that's why you think there's a defeat, or you're angry and pissed about it or frustrated. You're not going to be able to get things done the way you thought it was going to happen, but it is going to happen. And that's the surprise. That's almost like you didn't see this coming. You didn't know it was planned this way. It's almost like there was a distraction, an illusion in front of you, making you think, oh, it's going to happen this way, right? And when you get the news, fuck, that's not going to happen, you feel like you're completely defeated. But that was actually never the way it was going to happen. It was going to happen another way, a way that was set up by the cosmos. And it is going to be distributed to you. Absolutely going to be distributed to you. I would say by the end of Taurus season. It's just today, there's an energy of disappointment. Like, fuck, I thought this was going to happen for me, and now it's not. This is an energy of don't lose faith, because things are still working for you. They're just not working the way that your mind worked it out. Like, remember, in our imaginations, or in the way that we can figure things out, we're very limited to our own experiences or our own brain capacity. So this is a sense of God has something in store for you. It's going to work out God's way. It's not going to work out your way. Understand that. Understanding that is going to keep you in faith and moving forward toward the real resolution, right? The resolution has to happen God's way, not your way. And that's sort of what the divide is here now. Seeds have definitely been planted. There is definitely change happening. It's just not happening the way you wanted to see it pan out. So that's the real tricky kind of stuff right now. Is that it's not and it won't. Sun conjunct Uranus. Anything to do with Uranus is going to surprise you. Uranus hates to be predicted. Uranus doesn't like to be predicted. Uranus tries its ass off to not be predictable. That's the rebellious side of Uranus, that sense of, I'm going to do what you didn't expect just because you expected something from me. So that's the energy right now. So whatever you expect, you're not going to get. I guarantee it. Fate still has it as yours, but Uranus wants to surprise you. It wants to like come around the other way and say, see, you didn't know how I was going to give it to you. It's not that you're not going to get it. It's that you're not going to get it the way that you thought you were going to get it. And that's just how it is. A time for healing is here. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's Princess of Pentacles, right? That's plant the seeds, and your hard work is paying off. So what will ultimately be rewarded in Taurus season is hard work and taking the time to do the work. And that's not something even Uranus would undermine at all. You know, the truth is Saturn is still riding those nodes. And I think that as of next week, after the sun stops conjuncting Uranus, it's back square to the sun. It's square to Saturn again. So it's almost like this sense of work. Work it like what you can decide is the only thing that you really have right now. Mental clarity. That's it. So ultimately, it's a time for healing. Your dreams need a practical plan, and your hard work is paying off. So, in other words, you're still working at it. You're still building it. This is still under construction. So today is not the end of your journey. It may just be the beginning of it, right? A time for healing. Your dreams need a practical plan, and your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is paying off as the practical plan, just sticking to it, tenacity, staying with it. Taurus, stubborn, right? Sticking to it, sticking to it. The change may not be happening the way I expected it, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And that's the energy today. These cards kind of come out in lumps. Juno, something to do with the family or marriage or your children. Stop. There's something here that is stopping. I don't know if it's an ended marriage, stop marriage, or stop thinking of it. Aries, taking action. We started out with the Emperor, right? Something that stopped, could have something that stopped in Aries season when it came to your home life, your spouse, your family. Atlantis is here. So this is ingenuity. This is also construct like your connection to your ancestors, different ways of thinking. Atlantis is very Uranian energy. Chiron, learning from your past experiences and helping others heal. Healing is in process. That's the second time we got that energy. So this is a healing period. Maybe reconnecting with your ancestry, with your family, going back home. That's how it could translate. Cancer energy is the fourth house energy, and Virgo energy is the sixth house energy. Slow and steady pace wins the race. You may have to go backwards to go forwards. You might have to go backwards to go forwards. There's something here. What is the stoplight? I feel like it's a marriage was stopped. Somebody that you thought you were going to get married to ended. Something ended. Maybe a relationship ended. Something stopped. This was the catalyst for you to become ingenuitive. You might have to go back home and just work monotonous jobs, work monotony. It's to help you heal. This monotony that you're experiencing right now, that you think is the most unglamorous bullshit, that is your change. That is how you are changing. That is how you are being catalyzed. No, that's not how you were catalyzed. That is how you're changing. It's through the monotony. It's through the boring. It's through the nothing is happening here. Everything is happening here. It's happening underneath the surface. Something that you needed to put together or a skill set you needed to learn. It's happening now. That is what is going on now. And I feel like today is the day you discover that or realize that. So you don't get afraid of the monotony. And what does that have to do with? That's Mars and Pisces. You're underwater. You don't even realize you're moving anywhere because you feel so disconnected from the action because you thought the action was supposed to look a certain way. Well, it ain't. It's not. It's who conquers the monotony that actually gets to the happy ending. It's the person who conquers the monotony and the drudgery and the one foot in front of the other. That is the person who gets to the happy ending. So you are changing your life right now by facing down the monotony and not giving up. So we have multifaceted. There are many layers and dimensions to the situation or person you're asking about. And then we have forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. I know somebody needed to hear that. I know somebody needed to hear that. Let's go to the angel cards. Angels, what do you want to say? What do you need us to know today? We have healing again. We have faith. We have heart song. They're very talkative right now. Okay. We have faith. First card out. Do not lose faith. The storm clouds will soon clear. Your soon is not spirit's soon. So it's not your timeline. But the storm clouds are going to, in other words, it's saying have faith because you're going to be there when they clear. Bottom line. Just get used to the new light. Get used to the dimness. Get used to the gray. Get used to using your mind. Be ingenuitive for what I can do. I can use the gray as a canvas. Yeah. Maybe I've never have discovered so many colors or so many talents or so many interests if I wasn't stuck having to, right? That's the catalyst. So do not lose faith. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine once more. Hi, Amber. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. Heart song. What is your heart saying? Stop and listen. Your truth lies within the empty spaces between your thoughts. Your truth shines through from within your soul. Your truth is that which is eternal and unchanging. Your truth is love. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. Healing. Multiple times healing has come out. Fear. I, Archangel Michael, am here to help you through the present time. I love you, and I protect you and keep you safe. Trust that all is well. Accept my love and allow it to dissolve your fear. Ultimately, you're not alone. Angels are around you at all times. You are blessed. You are not on this path by yourself. Like, how many times has God got to say it? This is the road you have to walk right now. Don't sit there and bitch and moan that you don't want to do it and that it's not as exciting as you thought it would be, because God's here with you, right? You're not traveling this alone. And this is the way that you heal. You don't heal a broken leg by being in a cast. You heal a broken leg by physical therapy after you get the fuck out of the cast, right? Well, the cast is part of the healing process. So there's that stagnation. There's that I have to stay still. There's that let me give it time to just do the foundational healing. And then I got to get my strength back. And that's boring and that's painful, but it's part of the fucking process. And that's kind of what we're in right now. Destiny. Your destiny is to blossom, to shine, to transform to ever greater light. And then mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes. I love you guys. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading. Hey, Jackie. Thanks so much. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Nice is like a bamboom. Yes, I can't even read it. But yes, intuition is off the hook right now. It's like be brave enough to trust your intuition right now, because your intuition is telling you all is God loves me. I'm on my way. Like, I am a success. It doesn't fucking matter if I'm making $7 an hour right now. I am a success because I'm still on this road. I'm still on this path. I'm still at it. I'm still working it. I'm still pushing forward. That is success. That is how success happens. It is a long-term process. That's what it is. Hey, Marco, I love you guys so much. Thank you for being with me right now and sharing this time with me. I will definitely be here tomorrow. Please check out Scorpio, Libra, Sagittarius. Libra was actually a fucking huge reading. And the titles don't necessarily, Scorpio was actually a lot about love. But it starts off in a different way. And that's what pisses me off. It's like people want the fucking answer now. Bitch, please. You get the answer when you've earned the answer. My readings come in stages, okay? You have to listen to the whole message, not just part of it. Because even if you just listen to the good part of it, you're not going to go know the challenges you face to keep that good part. So ultimately, it's like keep it to the end. Go to the end. Finish what you fucking start. Don't just hang out for the quick, easy answer, because that's your deception. The quick, easy answer is your deception. There is no quick, easy answer. You have to finish to get to where you want to go. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.